Wait, it still says Roblox on the screen. No. I'm back. I'm not playing Roblox today. I'm playing FNAF 4 again. My co-host is not here. I have to take her off of here. Okay, it's just me. Also, I changed. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I changed my pronoun card so that it actually looks like my new VTube avatar instead of my old one. Hooray! Let me put the trigger warnings back up. We're pretending that today is Halloween and that this is a Halloween stream. But it's just me, and I'm gonna play FNAF 4 again. We played this last stream, but I didn't get very far. And I have watched some playthroughs of the game since then, and I'm feeling inspired. I think that I can do it. I think that I can be better at this game. So, it looks like we got to night 3 last stream. Happy Halloween! Thank you. So, it feels so weird to be streaming again, especially on my own. But I can do this. Okay, let me see. Music is off, my microphone is turned up. I'm sorry if I'm still quiet. I have to make sure you guys can hear the game audio. I'll turn off Discord. Okay. We'll continue the game. I'm so scared, guys. We're immediately in it. I forgot how to play. Wait, how do I... Oh, okay. I forgot what all the buttons do. Oh. That was a little bit loud. That's okay. Anyway. This game is so scary. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh my god. Why am I playing this again? Why am I playing it by myself? I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Oh. my god. Okay. My audio is too. Okay. The game audio or my mic? I thought that just meant that the bears were like messing with my flashlight on the bed. My mic. Okay, I turned my mic down. Is that better? Does it sound better, or should I turn myself down more? I'll turn myself down a little bit more. Okay. We got this. We got this. It'll be okay. I'm figuring it out. Dude, this game is so scary. It still looks too loud. I'm turning myself back down to what I had it at before. This game is so scary to play by myself. Even though I've seen playthroughs already. This is so scary, dude. I have an idea. Wait. Hold on. Let me. Okay. I'll put it to here. I got this. I have a plan. Come back. We're just gonna look at this for a little bit. It'll be okay. I'm just gonna relax. Is it okay? Good. Everything is fine. we're just gonna sit. Take some deep breaths. It's a swan. Okay. Okay. Back to the game. I don't want to do this. Okay. Night 3. We're trying again for probably the millionth time because I can't remember how many times I tried this last stream. Also, if my audio is weird, you can say that in the chat so that it pops up for me. Oh god. I don't want to do. I don't know if I heard. Okay. Oh, he's here. He's here. I don't like it. Okay. I don't want to do it. Oh, okay. I don't want to do it. Oh. haven't I seen them yet? I don't like that. Jesus Christ. I hate it. I'm so sweaty immediately. Oh my god. Get out of here, dude. Okay. What? 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 I didn't hear anything. I only saw the flashing. What? Oh my god, dude. Dude, this is not. This isn't. This hurts me. I'm in pain. Oh my god, this can't be healthy for me to play. Oh my god. Yeah, this sure is great. Did you guys know I'm diagnosed with anxiety? Oh my god. Deep breaths. Calming, peaceful images. Everything will be fine. I don't want to do this. This. Okay. Alright. I'm so brave. I'm so brave. I can do this. I'm trying one more time. It's only been 15 minutes of stream. I switched to. What do you mean? What does that mean? I don't want to do this. I don't. I don't want to. Oh my god. I wasn't this anxious last stream. Dude. What do you mean work at a pizza place? The Roblox game? Have I played that? Let me see something. Hold on. I don't know why I'm so scared of that game. We're playing Work at a Pizza Place. Maybe we'll come back to FNAF 4. But for now, I'm playing Work at a Pizza Place. I'm taking the trigger warnings down. Okay. We'll play some nice, relaxing. Oh, you guys don't have audio. Hold on. There we go. Turn that down. I'll turn myself up a tiny bit because I'm not going to be jump scared every 5 seconds. Okay. Cook. Pizza boxer. Delivery. Supplier? That sounds fun, actually. I'm gonna be the pizza supplier. This is too loud. There we go. Oh, what on earth? What? Full screen? Okay, okay. I can do this. I know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Okay, thank you. There we go. Full screen. Guys, I work in IT. I'm being paid. No. Get out of here. No. How do I close the chat? Wait. Why can't I close the chat? People are arguing in the chat. Wait. How do I close? I can't close the chat. Help. It just does that. I'm not stupid. I'm not, I swear. Can I? I can't. Hold on. Guys, am I stupid? I don't wanna. Okay, I can't play this game on stream. Hold on. Going back to this. No, not respawn. Ew. Did you see that? Okay, let's try a different one. Wait. Yeah, this works. This is a horror game. Guys, this stream is really good, I think. I think I'm a good streamer. Do you guys have game audio? Wait. Come on. Okay, yeah, you guys do have audio. It's awesome. The stream is. Thank you. Okay, we're playing. Wait, what's this game called? I don't know. I don't know what this game is called. We're playing a horror obby. Because I can't. My heart can't handle anything else. What am I doing? Okay, we're going on an elevator. Guys, what if this game is too scary for me? Oh. Alright. Why? I don't like the crunching. This is so bad. Doom ahead? Like the game? Okay. Guys, this is too scary for me. I don't know if I can handle this. Who can? Who? Oh. What on earth? Okay. Would I like to buy a flamethrower? Should I buy a flamethrower? Okay. Do I just follow the pizza? Is that the trick? Oh. I'm really good at this. I swear. I don't want to buy a helicopter now. We got this. It's a kid's game. I can do it. Okay. I guess he won't follow me in here because he can't jump. He doesn't have. Oh. That didn't happen. You didn't see anything. So how's chat doing? Oh no, I fell again. God dang it. Oh my god. I can do this. I can. Oh, okay. Admiring my awesome parkour skills. Thank you. Why do I want a cat? Why would I want a pet cat? How would that help me? Okay. I do have things to say to chat. First, I apologize that we missed last stream, even though I made announcements and everything. Am I really quiet? Hold on. Okay. I apologize for chat. To chat. Oh, your neck is broken. Okay. We made announcements and we didn't even stream. And I'm very sorry for that. But we had a lot. Oh. Okay. We had a lot on our plates and there was a lot happening, and also my co-host was sick. And today she is once again sick. But hopefully we will both be back for next stream. Crossing my fingers. Oh. And then the stream before that. Oh. Oh, I don't step on those. I feel like at some point during the hiatus of streaming, I kind of I lost something. I feel like I lost something to do with my gaming skills. And I don't know where it went. But that's okay, because I think it's more fun to watch people fail miserably at video games than it is to watch them be incredible and awesome, like I obviously used to be. I don't like the sound that it makes whenever I drop from a height, and it sounds like my ankles are crushed. They like crunch, and I don't like that. Get to the vent. Okay. I did it. Ew, I did the noise again. I can do this. Oh, I don't think I want to step in those either. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let me go. Let me go. Okay. Also, I want to take this chance to talk about my. You can't hear anything from the game? Oh. The audio is on for the game. I think it's just really quiet. Okay, okay. Audio is fixed. Thank you. Oh. I don't like all the crunching. What is all the crunching? What was I saying? Yeah, I wanna take this chance to talk about my plans for streams and my channel in general. Streaming is way more difficult to, like, I didn't even get crushed. I just touched the side of it. Alright. It's way harder to clear both of our schedules than it used to be able to stream. I mean, surprise, surprise, I'm in college. That I kind of should have expected that, but it's way more difficult than I thought it would be. So streaming definitely won't be regular every single Saturday, which makes me very sad because streaming used to be a part of my weekly schedule. Um, and it was my chance to like play video games with my friends and post videos online and kind of establish a name for myself on the internet. And I still hope that it can be that, but it's just not gonna be as often or as frequent as I used to stream. Okay, I'm just in this now, I guess. Am I going in the lava? No, okay. Thanks. Thanks. Also, I made a claim before the hiatus that even though streams would probably pause for a bit, I would still be able to post. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. Please. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I claimed that I would still be able to post Minecraft videos on my YouTube channel, which are not streams, but they're pre-recorded, like 20-ish minute videos. And those are honestly even more difficult to schedule for because I don't have a schedule for them. I have a specific time during the weekend that I usually stream and I can set that aside, but I can't really do that for just recording. What's happening? Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. Oh. I did it, apparently. I did it. Okay. You know what? Let's just sit here for a minute and relax. Anyway, um recording videos is way harder to schedule, and so I do apologize that it has been multiple months since the last time I posted one of those. I still hope to come back to that, like, world, and I have some plans. I have some interesting plans to kind of revive the series, and I hope that I'm able to do that somewhat soon, but I'm not sure. Also, I mentioned this last time. I'm currently in a dorm, and I probably won't have access to my computer during December, which really sucks. I'm still not sure whether or not I'm gonna try to pack it up and bring it home for the holidays. But I will definitely let you guys know what I end up doing. So if I don't have access to my computer, I won't be able to stream during that month, which is not completely unusual with my irregular streaming schedule. I don't know. We will figure out what to do. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I also have some vague plans to start writing slash drawing my own webcomic that I post semi-regularly. I'm not sure when I would be able to start doing that because again, there's a lot happening and trying to set anything in stone is pretty much impossible right now. So, I don't know. That is a potential future plan. I hope that I can do that, but I don't know. I'm back. It's not full screen. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. The chat is off. The game audio. You guys should be able to hear it. Kind of. My mic is fine, I think. Oh, the music. The music! Get out of here! We don't need that. Okay. Yeah! You guys should be able to hear that. Okay. I'm playing Dandy's World again. Because I can't think of anything else. And I kind of just want to play a chill game and ramble about stuff now that I'm streaming solo. Wrench. I don't want that. I want the dog. No. Okay. This is fine. Okay. What was I saying? Yes, I want to play a chill game and ramble about stuff. And actually, I have something specific that I want to ramble about. And I can't remember how much I've talked about this on the stream before. I feel like I might have mentioned it. I'm not sure. But, this kind of has to do with what I mentioned before, considering writing a webcomic of my own. Because I'm already trying to write my own book. And I'm very excited about it. And I want to talk about it on stream. And I don't want to spoil too much of it. But I may end up spoiling a little bit. I'll try not to. Just a little. But I just want to talk about it. Mostly so that I can kind of just get that information out there. And maybe people will be interested in reading it. I don't know. I'm mostly writing it for myself. But I would also love to hear like input from people. And advice. And any just ideas that anyone might have about where to go with the story or what to add. So I kind of have a rough idea of where I want my book to go. But for now, I only have a couple chapters written. And then a very vague idea of the next few events. Hey, Brusha, I don't want you right now. I'm sorry. I don't want you on me right now. But I don't really have like a set ending for it. Anyway, so the general idea... No, please, get away from me. The general idea is that there are three main characters. Thomas, Dominic, and Oliver. Oh my god, Toodles, I forgot you got an update. You're so scary. What the heck? Get away from me. Oh my god. Do you guys hear the train horn? It is so hard to focus lately, I apologize. There are 3 main characters, Dominic, Thomas, and Oliver. The book is written from Thomas's point of view, and the book starts out with Thomas waking up from sleepwalking, and he is mysteriously in the middle of the street. And he meets a man who he later finds out is Dominic. And Dominic has just finished killing what looks like a horrible monster. Just living on Thomas's street. Who knows why. The premise is that there are rifts around the world. I didn't mean to bark. I don't want that right now. No, no. That's not what I wanted. Oh my god. That's fine. I'm doing great at this, guys. There are rifts throughout the world where another world can sort of bleed through and let in various creatures that aren't meant to be in our world. And not everyone can see them, but they definitely can affect everyone. Thomas, for some reason, suddenly has the ability to see these monsters when he definitely had not before. And it has something to do with his bad sleep and his sister. And I'm not going to go into any more detail about that because that is the big plot point. So later in the story, Thomas's house gets destroyed by another monster to the point where he is completely unable to live there. The front door has been ripped off the hinges. It's not safe to go back home. And once again, Dominic is there to come kill the monster. I honestly don't know what Thomas would do without Dominic. Thomas is kind of pathetic, but that's okay. I'm not gonna be able to get through my story with these twisteds. So Thomas ends up following Dominic to a bunker where a bunch of people who are able to see these creatures also live. And they have been trying to figure out why there's suddenly an influx in these creatures and why they all appear very sick. And they're more aggressive, and they're just not behaving like animals, they're behaving like true monsters. And that's not how it always was. And nobody can figure out why. So the first step is to try to figure out why there's more monsters. Oh my god. I don't know if I can play this either. There's just no way for me to focus about on talking and playing this at the exact same time. I'm Toodles, come kill me. Toodles! Where did you go? You were just behind me. Okay, maybe I will try to play this then. So, Thomas isn't he's not like some hero who has suddenly appeared and can save the world, and he's like all special. He can see these creatures, but there's other people who can too. He's not the only one who can see them. Most people have to use special devices to detect them, almost like you're ghost hunting or something. I don't know. But there are other people who can see them, like Dominic. But there's something else about him and his past that makes his situation very unique, and his connection to these creatures. And perhaps the person or thing that is causing more of them to be in their world. That wasn't me. No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. No, you didn't hear anything. What are you talking about? So I'm hoping to have a more fleshed out story very soon. But my favorite way to write is just chapter by chapter. So I'm kind of putting things together as I go and learning things as the reader would learn them and as the characters themselves would learn them in their daily life. And I feel like I prefer that writing style a lot more because I'm trying to follow Thomas's life from when the story starts and follow how these things affect him and how he realizes he's connected to everything. And I really want it to feel I want the reader to feel like it's affecting them as well. And I'm not I've never written a book before. I'm not saying that I have some like a great plan or great writing skills and I'm gonna like do this super cool thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm writing chapter by chapter, and that's not the best way to write things, especially when I want to have like a big plot twist and have things connect and have foreshadowing and stuff. But I can go back and edit things if I need to and adjust things and move around events. But let me think about what else I can say that doesn't spoil too much. Oliver is the third main character. He is a nurse that works at the bunker. Uh, and Thomas meets him around chapters, I don't remember, 6 or 7. Um, Dominic and Oliver have worked and lived at the bunker for a couple years now. I think that Dominic has been there longer than Oliver, but they're both pretty well established there. And they've known each other for quite a while. So, okay. Okay. So Thomas is the new one who meets everybody and has to figure out his place. Oh my god, that took so long to do floor 1. He has to figure out his place in the bunker and how he can actually be of use. And Oliver and Dominic are there to help him with that. But even though it's called a bunker, he's not entirely safe there. And he doesn't realize that until about... Let's see, when do I want to do this? Like a third of the way through the story? Maybe a little bit sooner than that. But he doesn't stay there for very long before something happens. And I'm excited to write that part. I guess instead of talking about the plot in detail, I can kind of talk about the characters that won't like spoil too much, I guess. I'll start with Thomas since he is who the story is like written from the perspective of. He has recently graduated college. He's like early to mid 20s. He has a good relationship with his family. It's a small family though. I don't think he has any siblings, and it's pretty much just him and his parents. That's an immediate lie. He has a sister, but he hasn't spoken to her in a long time. They aren't very close for reasons that I will describe in the book. Thomas is also working as a librarian when just before the story starts, and that is kind of interrupted because his whole life is kind of interrupted. But he loves reading. He's very used to a slow, comfortable life where he works to get everything that he needs and he has very little. But also, he has a few very close friends who have helped him move into the apartment he's currently living at. His mom sends him with home cooked meals every now and then. He's comfortable. Hello, Shrimpo the Shrimp. This is it's a beautiful drawing. Okay. He's comfortable. You know, his home is new to him, but he put it together with the help of his loved ones. And then that gets disrupted, obviously. How can I describe how he looks? He is average height. I don't know, slightly below average height. Louis, I don't want you to come over here. Okay. I haven't fully decided how his face and hair looks yet. I've been struggling to make concrete designs for all of them, especially Thomas. But he probably has wavy or curly hair, kind of blonde, light brown. Kind of gangly. And then Dominic is he oh, that's Roger, don't touch that. He goes and fights the monsters for the bunker. He goes and finds them. He figures out where disturbances are in the real world using the tools that I talked about before to detect where a monster might be and also how it's affecting the people that can't see them. And he goes and kills them or captures them occasionally if experiments need to be done to figure something out. Like, for example, why the monsters are all suddenly sick now, and no one can figure out why. Dominic is a bit taller, like 5'10" or 11. He's muscular, but not like jacked, I don't know. With long, dark hair, and he grays early, so he's got like gray streaks in his hair. And a couple like gray hairs in his facial hair, scruff. I guess that. Oh, I should use this band. I forgot I had it. He... At first glance, He is very gruff and aggressive, you know. He's a fighter. He's got weapons. He wears all black, but that's just to like uh hide better in the dark because he goes out at night to kill these things. Uh he's actually a huge softie. Um he's Scottish and he says a lot of very silly Scottish phrases that bewilder Thomas and Oliver. Um he Thomas is definitely the anxious one, but he definitely has something going on in that head of his. I'm just not quite sure what. Oh, I don't want that. Okay. Um that being said, he does. Oh, I almost got grabbed. Oh, I did get grabbed. He stole my stuff. Get out of here. He does like loud music and to at least pretend to be. Oh, oh, okay. I got grabbed again. No, no, I'm too slow. No, no, my stuff, all my stuff was stolen. I don't have anything now. Okay, that's fun. Love that. I'm just trapped in here. He is also very outspoken and talkative and is not willing is not afraid of speaking out when something is wrong or asking questions when he's not sure about something. He's quiet, but he's not introverted. Um, quiet around strangers, I mean. Uh, he is also very funny. Says a lot of stupid jokes. Has strange metaphors when he's trying to explain to Thomas kind of the rules of the world and why things are the way that they are. Uh, Oliver is large, muscular, not like a bodybuilder, but definitely extremely strong. Probably stronger than Dominic. He's also the tallest. He's probably a little over 6 foot, maybe 6'2". He has like medium brown hair. It's very short and straight. His family are from somewhere in East Asia. I do have it written down, but I don't remember exactly which country I decided on. I was kind of torn between a couple. Um, but that is important where they come from and kind of who his family is in general because he left his home country to go to. His family had always been involved with the kind of other world and the bunkers and the people that protect everyone from these creatures. They've been involved for a couple generations. Um and so he's always been part of the bunkers and grew up in them. Um and he decided to take the chance to basically go to to work at another bunker in a different country, which ended up being the United States. Which meant that he had to leave all his family behind. So he's not very close to them anymore. Dominic, I'm not entirely sure about. And Thomas feels that he can't go back to his family because he's afraid of leading the monsters back to them as much as he misses them. So they're all very tragic. But I'm very happy with my ideas and designs so far. And I'm very excited to kind of continue to flesh out that story and work on it, add more details. And there's a lot more that I wish that I could talk about on stream, but I don't want to spoil it too much. So I died on floor 3. I'm not very good at this game, especially as a solo player, but that's okay. What else can I talk about? Once again, I'm struggling because I'm not used to doing solo streams. And it has been a very long year so far. Let's see. Does my moderator have any requests for what I talk about, or do you have any like questions about my story that you want me to talk about without like spoiling anything too much? I'm waiting so patiently. Their dynamics, okay. So like I said, Dominic, okay, I can't play this game while trying to talk. I'm not able to focus. What can I play so that I can focus at the same time? I need something that won't like... I could just like doodle them while I'm talking. Okay. I'll be drawing with my mouse on MS Paint. I'm not gonna do like full drawings of them right now. This is not a drawing stream. This is turned into a rambling stream. Speaking of, I should change. I'm no longer playing Roblox. I'm just chatting. There we go. Done. I gotta zoom in. So, like I said, Thomas is the point of view that you're reading from. Oops. And Dominic is the one that originally saves him from the monsters that have invaded his house and trashed his house and just been like on his... destroying the place that he previously considered his safe haven. Dominic is definitely very worried about Thomas because obviously his whole life has just been turned upside down. Probably a bit overprotective, especially at the beginning, especially in the middle when something happens to Thomas. And That's not what I was using. I don't know how to put into words how I imagine their dynamics. Thomas and Dominic are definitely the type to just constantly make silly jokes and bits and like build off of each other and just be an incredibly silly duo, especially after Thomas has recovered a bit from everything that has happened to him and his home. Dominic probably helps Thomas express parts of himself that he wasn't previously able to. Oliver has always struggled with anger issues, but if you saw him when the story is set, you would think that he's a gentle giant. But he has worked for a long time in therapy and on a personal level and with people he's close to control that, because his worst fear is scaring people away or cutting people out of his life when he and regretting it later. And he doesn't want that to happen again to him. Like I said, Dominic and Oliver have known each other for a while but haven't really talked very much prior to the story being told. The story is, once all three of them are at the bunker together, they end up being sent on a mission to try to find the bigger rift that all of the monsters are, like the new influx of them are coming through. So their relationship with each other definitely develops more. At the beginning of the story, there's a lot of awkward awkward stares and pauses between Dominic and Oliver, and you can kind of infer some things from that. But there's also a lot of like deep underlying connection between Dominic and Thomas that they don't necessarily get to explore for quite a while. Once again, because of what happens to Thomas. So I'll kind of say what happens to Thomas without going into too much detail. He's taken from the bunker. When Dominic and Oliver least expect it. I don't remember how to draw Dominic's hair. And Dominic feels responsible for him, and he feels responsible for what ends up happening to Thomas. And he lashes out a lot. He struggles to control his emotions and control the guilt that he feels. And Oliver, who, as I said, struggles a lot with anger issues, also loses control. And before Thomas is taken, Oliver has helped Dominic. No, other way around. Dominic has helped Oliver keep his anger in check. He was one of the people, especially towards the end, that helped him manage his emotions and feel more in control and less terrified of losing people. And then this happens, and Dominic can't control himself, and neither can Oliver. and that causes a lot of things to happen that wouldn't happen if they were able to control themselves better. I haven't fully fleshed out that part of it, but I am excited to go more into detail about it. Hobbies. Oliver, whenever he's not working as a nurse, he always has headphones in. Um, he loves music. He loves all kinds of music. I think that there's a lot of stuff that he listens to that you wouldn't expect. And I'm excited to like maybe I could put together a playlist of like what he listens to in a day and all the different genres and bands and stuff. I think that would be very interesting. Dominic is he probably grew up like basically an iPad kid before he joined the bunker. He probably played a lot of video games. I've already kind of thought that he used to be addicted to energy drinks and is now trying to quit and is doing very badly, but he's trying. Thomas again loves reading, loves books. He also plays a lot of video games, but not as much as Dominic. Thomas likes to go on walks and be out in nature. Dominic is in his room by himself way too much. And same with Oliver. He's also just struggles to get out, struggles to talk to people. He has very bad social anxiety. Dominic is just. I think he still kind of feels like an outsider in the bunker, even though he's been there for so long. So he finds it hard to feel like he can connect with other people that are from the bunker. I don't know what I just clicked on. I don't really know what else. There's a lot of stuff that I'd have to like sit down and really think about that I haven't fleshed out about them. But a lot of times I just make stuff up on the spot that I feel like sounds right. Does the moderator or anyone else have any other like I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling. This stream may be cut off a little bit short, but I'm trying. I'm drawing Dominic at the moment. This is Thomas on the right. He's kind of pathetic, but it's okay. I think Dominic's design is my favorite out of all of them so far. Which just means that I think I need to work on the other two designs more to be something that I like more and am more proud of. That is true. I haven't really like described what the bunker is. So the bunker, people that end up being able to see these creatures or are in some other way introduced to the other world end up at the bunker for some reason or another. Either someone finds them like Dominic did, or uh, they go looking for answers, and maybe the bunker has like some kind of shady website that they don't really have like a PR team to like to make look better. So people who are seeking answers come across this very shady website and they go to this really shady looking bunker in the middle of nowhere. Um, but the bunker is a huge underground facility, I guess, that has a leadership structure. The first leader that you were introduced to is Whiskey. They are also one of my current favorite characters, even though they were written pretty much on the spot. But I really like their design that I have in my head and their personality. Um, they always wear like a very nice three-piece suit, and everyone else is just like in sweaty combat clothes and stuff. They're not a fighter though. They're strictly a leader, so I guess they can wear whatever they want. Um, there is a makeshift hospital in the bunker for people who obviously get wounded. That is where Oliver works. He works under a doctor named, I believe I called her Dr. Alexandria? Something like that. Um, she's very eccentric, but she is also trying to help Thomas figure out why his sleep medication isn't working and his anxiety medication, which also has to do with his sister, which I will not go into more detail about. Um, the bunker is, from the inside, it looks like a massive dome, and the ceiling is, it looks like it should be glass, and some light comes through, but the bunker is underground, so only little bits of light. So there's mostly candles and electric lights. There is a huge structure in the center of it where the main offices are, as well as the library. The lady that works there, don't remember her name, but she's not great, that's for sure. Dominic does not like her. Thomas definitely doesn't like her. His first introduction to her is not very good. You will have to read to find that. There are different rooms that people can stay in throughout the bunker. Like the people who work there have their own spaces. And there are guest rooms as well. They're not always free because there's, especially when the story takes place, there is a lot happening, and the bunker is sort of overwhelmed. I'm drawing all over right now. There are different bunkers around the world and multiple in the United States. The one that this story takes place in is in the New Englandy area of the country, mostly because that's an area of the world that I'm very familiar with. And that I feel like I can write accurately. But there are others, and they end up having to travel to them at some point. I don't know how to describe. I need to like draw a map or something at some point of the entire bunker. But so far, my favorite part about the bunker is how you access it. The way they access it in the book is by crossing the local river and then going to a graveyard. And inside of one of the, I think they're mausoleums, there's a trap door in the floor underneath like fake stone bricks that Dominic knows to like pull off of the ground by some hidden handles. And the the entrance is underneath the graveyard, and they go down these stairs and down this path, and the dome itself is right underneath that river. So they can look up, and the light through the dome is like bluish, and they can't like, it's not so clear that you can see all the fish through it, but they can see like the shadows of boats passing and stuff. I think that's one of my favorite details that I haven't really described super well in the story yet. Spoiler, no, I don't want to say that. There are so many things that I want to spoil, and I can't do it. I shouldn't. What else about the bunker? The people that live and work there, like, they don't have to go anywhere to get anything that they need. So a lot of people, especially the ones that aren't fighting, like there are fighters, there are record keepers, there are doctors. Those are the main ones, but there's also scientists that aren't ever even part of expeditions. Anyone that isn't part of expeditions or is very rarely sent out, some of them have not left the bunker in months, if not years, and they are very disconnected from reality. There are already a couple people in my book that I feel like are the type to not leave. Probably the doctor that Oliver works under. She's very nice, but again, pretty out of touch. She mostly communicates with the doctors at other bunkers for new medical information, not necessarily going out into the world and learning from the quote unquote real world's doctors. I don't know what else I could describe. Do you have any other like I don't know. Do you have any like it doesn't just have to be questions, it could also be ideas about where I could go with the story. So I haven't fully fleshed out what his sister has to do with all this. She's he hasn't seen her in a long time. And she's been involved in stuff that he doesn't really know about until later. But I don't know the details about it. Do the bunker people have any ideas or theories as to what's causing the monsters to act different? They not at the very beginning of the story. They later after the threes first expedition, they come back with like samples of monsters, I guess. I haven't really like thought out how that is exactly gonna go. But they come back with more information for the scientists to use, and basically they find out that the real world's atmosphere is like poison to these monsters. They're not able to survive in it. The atmosphere that they're used to is very different, but they can't. There's no way for them to go back through the rift now that they're there. Um, so all they can do is keep going and keep trying to find some new way back home, and they're just more and more like they're constantly sick. Their skin is like as if they're constantly sunburnt. It's just toxic and not good. So they're obviously irritated and extra aggressive. Um, I mean, they've always been aggressive towards humans, but not without reason as much as they are now in the story. Now they're just like acting out and actively seeking other people to try to attack. Most of them. Some of them are kind of just hiding away and dying and succumbing to it, but um so it's mostly the atmosphere that is making the monsters themselves act different. But there are so many more now because of a person that has opened up that new rift and is like forcibly sending more of them through, or like summoning more of them straight through the portal, the rift, and forcing them to be sick. And the person who's summoning them knows what's happening to them. They're not like sending them through it without realizing how sick it's making them. It's on purpose. I'll try to like think of another aspect I could talk about. Um let's see. Oh, when Thomas's house gets destroyed, the monster that destroys his house is like a big serpent. Like a pale, it almost looks like albino. It's very sickly looking. Its eyes are like gross and goopy, and this is like Dominic has no idea what's going on because he's not a scientist. He just goes and fights the things. He's not aware of like the sickness any more than the scientists are at this point. So Thomas ends up getting injured when the serpent is like destroying his house. I think in the story he like scrapes his arm on a shard of wood that's like sticking out of his front door frame when it gets torn off its hinges. Man, I made Thomas look really pathetic in this drawing. um, so he gets injured, and Dominic just, cleans it up a little bit, puts a bandage on it. But the monster is sick. And Thomas has like attacked the monster, the serpent, so has Dominic. Blood has been spilled. At some point, blood has made contact with the injury on his arm. And Dominic doesn't realize that, and neither does Thomas. And later in the story, Oliver finds out. way later. And Thomas wasn't able to tell anyone how it affected him because, again, he got taken from the bunker. So things get worse for him physically. And this obviously doesn't help Oliver's anger issues. And that causes a huge rift between Dominic and Oliver, who had just bonded over their like quest that they send themselves on to go find Thomas. Obviously, they gotta go find him. And they had like over the course of that kind of gotten themselves under control again, helped each other again keep each other's emotions in check, and like they're actually talking and bonding after years of kind of awkwardly not talking to each other, even though it's weird because Dominic gets hurt all the time and has to like go to the doctor and get fixed up, and sometimes it's all over but they don't talk. But when he finds out how badly Dominic like took care of Thomas, that that changes something between them. And I am very excited to write about that part as well, and how they may or may not get through that. And obviously Thomas can't help because he's like mentally and physically destroyed. I guess I can color these while I talk because I don't know what else to do. So long story short, they hate each other. They pretty much ignore each other for the whole way back to the bunker. And then the bunker isn't there anymore either. The same thing that happened to Thomas's house happened to the entire bunker that had been there for years. But like it happened shortly after Dominic and Oliver left to go find Thomas. So they don't, none of the three know what happened to the bunker, and they kind of just assume, you know, it was monsters. Maybe there weren't enough people in the bunker because they're sending out so many expeditions to try to figure out what's happening and where everyone is like getting taken to. I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil too much, but basically they're not sure if it was actually monsters or not. It may or may not be something else. May or may not be the person or thing that is summoning all the monsters. I'm definitely spoiling too much. But I love this story so much, and I haven't gotten to write hardly any of it. And I really hope that I'm able to like find the time to flesh it out more and actually write each chapter, and maybe someday kind of rewrite my story into a webcomic. I don't know if that's gonna end up happening, but I would love to be able to do that and to have like two different versions of it. The regular book will probably still have illustrations because I'm an artist. I kind of can't help myself. Um, Okay. I I think I'm back. That was weird. My headphones just disconnected. I've still got like 75% battery in them. Okay, that's kind of weird. Anyway, uh yeah, I think it would be cool to have both the book and webcomic version of the story. But that may not happen for a very long time. We'll see. Um I don't know what else to talk about. uh, like I said, I may have to end the stream early because I haven't done a solo stream in a very long time, and I wasn't prepared to do this one. But and also I was kind of pathetic when it came to trying again to do FNAF 4. The stream has been a mess, but it's okay. At least I streamed. Um, and I do want to continue to do streams, and the more I do like solo and duo streams again, the more I'll get back into practice. I kind of didn't think about how I wouldn't be in practice anymore. Um, but that's alright. I'll get there. Like I said, it may be a while before I can start recording Minecraft videos again. Uh, I don't know how it's gonna go. Again, I do have some plans for it and some ideas of like where I want it to go, but that just might not happen anytime soon. Streaming, I'm still hoping to be on Saturdays and hopefully on a semi-regular schedule. Um, but again, it's extra hard to like line things up now. I will be sure to keep you guys updated on all of that. I've been trying extra hard to post accurate updates on Blue Sky and Tumblr. That's pretty much the only thing I post on Blue Sky. I post announcements and my art and various other things on my Tumblr, so you should definitely go check that out. All my stuff is linked in my bio, at least it should be. Also, if you guys have any like ideas for my story or any questions or anything that you want me to like talk about more in detail, I would love to hear, because whenever people ask me questions about the stuff that I am writing or working on, that's like my biggest time that I actually flesh things out, because again, I make a lot up on the spot. But I feel like that feels more natural than like sitting down and trying to write it down like a document or something. I don't know. Um so yeah, ask me questions, give me ideas. Uh I would love to hear them. Speaking of, we have a Discord server. If you want to join that and like talk to me and my co-host or the moderator or, other stream guests or other fans, you are extremely welcome to join. We would love to have you. I recently went through and kind of updated the whole thing, so everything should feel a bit more cohesive and the announcements should actually work properly. They were not before. Um, and what else? Tumblr, Blue Sky. Yeah, we stream almost every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Central. The VODs are posted the following Monday at 4 p.m. Central on my YouTube channel. You can also find that in my bio. That is where I have my Minecraft videos as well, so go check those out. And previous VODs are there, so if you missed one or you want to watch previous ones, those are all saved. Um, I I will definitely have to talk to my co-host about this, but I have some hopes for the future streams. I'm really hoping to start another long series again. We haven't done one in a while because we haven't streamed in a while, but I keep thinking about our old raft playthrough and how like just how much fun that was to put a lot of time and effort into actually finishing something, which is I struggle a lot with that. But we beat the whole game, and that was an awesome feeling. Um, so I'm really hoping to do another long playthrough. I will keep you guys updated on what that might be. Because I'm not entirely sure yet. I have some games saved, but we'll have to figure it out. Uh, these are my very high quality doodles of Dominic, Thomas, and Oliver. I don't think I said this at all when I was describing the story. They're in a poly relationship in some way or another. They're all messes, and things happen to them that change their circumstances and feelings for each other. But in general, they're in a beautiful poly relationship, and I love them very much. And I can't wait to write more about them. Anyway, I'm sorry this stream is kind of shorter than others, and just kind of I don't know. No, I'm not apologizing. I streamed. I did it. I don't need to be sorry about streaming. uh, so thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully we will stream next Saturday. So I will see you then. Goodbye.